What's up, fuckos? Welcome back to the Type QQ Gaming channel, and welcome back to some more Dokingan. Another run. I think this is part 3, I believe, of this maniac spaceship in space, just smashing things with his sort of laser fist in the front of his ship. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely loving this game, and in fact, I'd like to say that we made a lot of progress, but we really didn't. What's really tricky about this run is that, for starters, or rather, in the beginning of this game, we go really well, we do really well, and then it just kind of sort of falls apart. We do play a little fast and loose here, because I'm tired of this asshole, and I want to kill him off real quick. So I try to stay in tight as much, and dodge as best as I can, but we are going to get kind of hit up a couple times here. I just want this asshole dead. Especially when we're getting close to the end of his life bar. You know, you get the points for it, but still he kind of retreats. I was like, what's going on here? What an asshole. But it's glad to see the Dokingan videos are getting a lot of love. You know, sometimes when, when I find some of these obscure games, that at least obscure to me, I don't know if they're obscure to everyone, that maybe people don't really want to give them a chance, or, if they're older and not really that new, they're not that interesting, but it seems like everyone's been really enjoying this, which is a great surprise, because I certainly do love this game as well. Or at least been enjoying what I've been playing so far. And of course, we got all kinds of great other videos on the channel as well right now. Oath to the Stars is a really great game that's just been tough as nails. A real challenge and a real test to our skill. As well as, Bullet Soul still kicking around, and other games, of course. Cinemora EX just came out, I think, yesterday, and it was free, like reported, for people who own Cinemora, the original version. I'm not really leaping to the opportunity to play it, to be completely honest. I have it installed. I've checked it out for maybe 2 minutes, but maybe the wounds are still too fresh from playing the original to really check out the EX. Which is kind of silly, because it's like, why play the original, hyping up the EX if I'm... But you know what? Plans changed, that sort of thing. But enough of that. There goes level 1 boss. And it's certainly an uplifting, end screen for a level, isn't it? Fireworks, whistling, clapping. A giant no-miss scream. Something that really, warms my cold, dead heart. But yes, I feel, I've kind of solved the mystery of our life bar. Those big white missiles on the screen, I believe, are our lives. However, we can take a lot of damage before we lose our lives. We have that green meter that can kind of keep filling. And that fills with the, as we take, or as we deal damage to enemies. And that will level up, giving us a number of, hits, I suppose. Until we, actually take a life off the screen. So ultimately, what you don't want to do is start taking consecutive hits. Taking a hit here and there, certainly okay, but when you start taking 3 or 4 hits in a row, that's when you start losing lives. But doing okay, like I was saying, early on, we got some really nice dodges, some really nice work. That sort of boxing mentality where you get in there, stab, get back, and dodge some bullets, get in there and stab. Here we are with the level 2 boss. Just that quick. Pretty standard fare bullets that begin with this sort of bullet rain stuff. That's a little tricky. You can kind of see there's an opening every so often to make you be able to cross over, but we weren't able to do it every time. You know, fans of the channel love or know that I love that sort of go around the screen patterns. A little trickiness there at the end, but you know, it was at the end, so you know, no harm, no foul, really. And that's level 2 in the bag. And really, at this point, I was really feeling pretty decent. I was like, wow, we're, you know, getting the hang of these first couple levels and really, you know, really beating up this game, putting it in its place. It does change, and it's surprising how little we progress besides our high score. You know, our high score does get better, which is at least something, right? You know, and I find grazing this guy does add you know, does add to dealing with that enemy a lot easier. And I just love how quick your laser blades really do take down just about everything so quickly. And some not so bad dodges here as well. Especially with all that pressure. It gets, yeah, I was saying, we got real ugly real quick there. And that was probably primarily because we weren't able to defeat that ship before everyone else started showing up. So this is what, so I guess that's kind of what her answer is not really get worried too much about getting hit and just kill that damn ship before it gets too ugly. But, you know, I suppose that's, you know, you don't really solve your issues by getting hit twice, but trying not to get hit once, you know. So maybe not the best idea. Sort of a mini boss here. Really not so bad, especially if you kind of have better control of your movement. I kind of ran into some trouble there just moving like an idiot. Getting lit up here by those guys a little bit. Same thing, I think, yeah, same thing's gonna happen right here, where there's just gonna a giant amount of bullets come out from those guys. These guys with those big lasers are pretty ugly. I don't think you can really stand there and use your laser against them. Taking a lot of damage on these sort of suicide enemies here. You know, if they were just suicide enemies and just ran into you, that'd be fine, but they also do fire at you as well as they kind of come in. So we've taken a lot of damage just in these last couple seconds. But I find this is one of the more challenging areas that we've been able to survive through right now with the sort of big lasers and enemies that come down with that sort of V pattern that's pretty hard to maneuver through. But still in our default lives, I don't think we've been killed, although we certainly could have. I may have just missed it. However, yeah, this guy's patterns here when he comes down and swoops down low, that's real difficult. I haven't even looked at that pattern enough to know how to dodge it. It just slams in your face and more quickly, like testing our survivability on this 1cc. Yeah, getting real close to it. I don't think we have more than like a couple hits left on it. Well, we just barely got that over the that bomb count, I think. And brought it up to 2 before getting hit again. Up to 2 again. Down back to 1. Luckily that sort of like Russian roulette kind of worked out in our advantage. Didn't get the miss bonus, no miss bonus, so he must have been killed somewhere along the way. Certainly bound to happen, considering so much happens and so crazy and chaotic. It looks like we're already beating our high score, so that's a bit loud, Jesus. We're already beating our high score now, so whatever we're doing, you know, from our last previous plays, we're doing right, you know. It's just a matter of survivability now. You know, we're getting in there tight. We're killing enemies the way we should be, scoring points. It's just a matter of now just staying away from bullets. Gone to our sort of spread shot now, just because everything is getting so congested and up top, but it looks like regardless of what we're doing, we're just bleeding damage, you know? Yeah, it's just, there goes another life. I don't know, have we just been like taking down 2 lives in this opening stage? I mean, I'm not entirely surprised, but yeah, this stage, I think this is like level 4 maybe? Really no joke. Able to take down one of those big turrets. And able to score up to the sort of level 200 hits, although we're down to 1. And we're really looking at one more hit and we're out of this. And there it is. Unfortunate of course, but I mean we did score above our high score, so like I was saying, you know, at least that's that, you know, at least we can kind of say that's been a you know, a thumbs up in comparison. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff, and we'll come back and play some more Dokingan later.